Just a few years ago, this was the IHU River, or Slims River. But the Kaskawulsh Glacier has retreated to the point where its meltwater is now going in a completely different direction, away from the Slims Valley. Instead of flowing north 19 kilometers from the glacier toe into Kluane Lake, that meltwater is now draining eastward via the Kaskawulsh River towards the Pacific Ocean, and there is now a dry desert where water used to flow. We get back on the road and make our way towards Haines Junction and Kluane National Park, where we're going to spend the night by Kathleen Lake. The next morning, we decide to go explore King's Throne Peak. King's Throne Peak is a 1990-meter mountain summit in the Dalton Range of the Saint Elias Mountains in Kluane National Park. The way up did not disappoint at all. The terrain was fairly technical and very steep, but the views of Kathleen Lake were absolutely incredible. As we got closer to the summit, the clouds rolled in and the wind started to pick up. The higher we went, the windier it got, and the more clouds rolled in. It eventually looked like we were going to be stuck in a whiteout, with no views of the valley from the top of the mountain. Regardless of the lack of views, we decided to keep pushing.
It's a bit windy up here.
We eventually made it to the summit, or one of the summits of King's Throne, and decided to take a short break, refuel, and admire the clouds. On the way down, the clouds suddenly dissipated, and we got to admire the views of Kathleen Lake once more. Even though we did not get all the views on the top of the mountain, the scenery on the way up and down were absolutely beautiful and totally worth it. This hike took us just over 5.5 hours for a total of 15 kilometers. If you ever find yourself in the Yukon around Haines Junction and Kathleen Lake, I strongly recommend that you hike King's Throne.